The monk spread his arms wide with two sharp blades hanging beneath them. Then he had to pick up two 50-liter water buckets. Next, he had to walk across a narrow slope, pour the water into a trough at the top, and let it flow down into the pool below. This wasn't easy. Keeping his balance required him to keep his arms spread wide. If his arms dropped even once, he'd be cut by the sharp blades. At first, he couldn't get the hang of it and could only stumble through the task. To pass the test sooner, he carried 300 buckets of water every day. Within a few months, he became the best among the disciples. He could carry 2 water buckets and move as fast as if he were flying. He still had the strength to help others. The abbot saw him helping others and stopped him. During training, you cannot help other disciples. It prevents them from achieving success. During their practice, the abbot approved the monk to advance to the next level of training. The training method at this level was truly puzzling. Whenever the abbot struck the wooden fish drum, he needed to listen to the sound with his ears and then strike the bell with a special large hammer. The monk listened and was dissatisfied. He thought this kind of training was a waste of time, but unexpectedly, as soon as he picked up the large hammer, he realized how difficult it was. There was a hidden challenge. Although the front end of this hammer only weighed 5 kilograms, it was tied to a long, flexible bamboo pole with no leverage point. Lifting it felt like 60 kilograms, and it could only be operated with one hand. As a beginner, initially the monk could only lift the hammer with the bamboo pole fixed in one position, but after just a few tries, his wrist lost its strength. He watched the abbot still striking the wooden fish drum and immediately felt the desire not to give up. He picked up the bamboo pole and continued striking, refusing to put it down until his wrist turned blue and purple. A few months later, he could hold the bottom of the bamboo pole and coordinate with the abbot. The rhythm gradually quickened, strike after strike. At this point, the monk had completed the test. He was promoted by the abbot to become the supervisor of the scripture pavilion, and at the same time, he was advanced to the next level of training. Here, he was required to stand between 2 lit candles. The candle flames swayed left and right before him, and his gaze had to follow them. During this process, his head couldn't move. This was to train his mental stability. The monk was full of confidence. At first, his eyes quickly followed the direction of the candle flames, but when the abbot sped up the pace, he involuntarily moved his head and got burned by the candles. The abbot warned him that his head must not move, only his eyes, and told him to try again. The monk refused to fail, so he stepped forward to try again. This time, he calmed his mind. No matter how fast the abbot went, his head remained perfectly still. Seeing this, the abbot was very pleased.